welcome. So happy to see you all. How's everybody doing? Oh, hi, Brianne. How are you? So nice to see you. You're always here. I'm so grateful. I'm really, really grateful for you. Let's get into this Diddy stuff. So, oh my gosh, what a crazy documentary that 50 Cent released about, well, he executive produced it. He has been talking about it for some time. I think like 2 years ago he started talking about it. Yeah, I want to know what you guys thought about it. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was so well done. It's one of the best documentaries I saw. I was actually sick last week, so I'm back after 2 weeks. But while I was sick, I was just watching the documentary, and I watched it like 3 times. I was just like riveted, and my heart goes out to all the victims. Really, my heart goes out to all the victims, male, female, all those artists that were signed under him. I really believe, I said this before, that the feds messed it up. They messed up the case on purpose. I think he messed up the case on purpose because I think Diddy has some damning evidence against people that are high ups. The same thing, like his buddy, Mr. E. You know what I'm talking about. They will be exposed if some material is released. So, yeah, that's what I have to say. So, I want to do an update about what's next for Diddy. I have predicted more charges are coming, and I predicted that some of the jury would be biased. I predicted that if you watch my videos from a long time ago. I've been almost 100% accurate about Diddy, and I'm not saying that because it's me. Honestly, it's a gift, a God-given gift, talent to be able to read tarot and be intuitive. But 2 years ago, I predicted that Diddy would be arrested in September 2024. I said, right? 25. Last year. No, not 25. We're in 25, right? 24. So, yeah, 2 years ago was 2023 when all that stuff came out because I was still in my old apartment. Can't believe it's already been 2 years. That's insane. Whoa. That just gave me so much perspective because I'm like, that doesn't feel like 2 years. It feels like 3 months ago. I'm such a Diddy. It feels like 10 years ago. But yeah, so I predicted that, and I said that he would get arrested in September. He was arrested in September 2023, right? No, 2024, sorry. And then he started serving his official sentence, I believe in May, right? After the trial. So, and it took 8 weeks, which is 2 months. Hi, Miss J. How are you? Nice to see you. What a lovely surprise. I've been sick, now I'm back. I took a Thanksgiving break, then I was sick, now I'm back. So I'm happy to see you guys. So yeah, go check out my Diddy playlist. It's really, I've been accurate a lot about Diddy. How was your break? Oh my god, I was sick. Thanksgiving was great. I saw Wicked. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna do a review very soon. On Thursday, I'm gonna record more videos. I recorded just now the whole long one with predictions. So on Thursday, I'm going to do more predictions than I got for last week, and then I'm going to do a Wicked review, astrology wise. I just did record, and my voice. I was sick, so my voice is like struggling. So please be patient. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards about what's next for Diddy. Please, if you have any questions, you can always add them. And please tell me what you thought about the documentary. I thought it was so good. I literally was like, I have the worst ADHD. I was diagnosed as a kid, like ADD. Yeah, ADD, not ADHD. Except I think I have ADHD because I have hyperactivity So I have difficulty sitting still through movies, and it's like really bad. If I'm at home, I'm gonna be on my phone when I watch a movie. So only in the cinema because I don't want to be disrespectful to other people. Do I put my phone away? But I get bored very easily. I have to stay active. So the fact that I wasn't even on my phone, it was like I put my phone away. I was so riveted. I was like, like I had to watch it again to see. And I think what I find, I mean, my heart goes out to the victims, really, really, really and truly. But what I find so fascinating is that we saw all of this play out growing up. And especially being in the music industry, the main reason I left, I don't want to give it away for you, but Lil Rod explains why I left, particularly I left. Having to deal with certain people and you don't want to, recording for hours and you don't get paid anything. And they're like, oh, I'll connect you with this person. And they're like, okay, where's the connection? You have to do a lot of running after people and getting very little back in return. And when I finally decided to leave the music industry was when I was 23. I gave myself, when I was 21, I was like, I'm going to give myself 2 years to just push through and do as much as I can. And then I'm at 23, I gave myself a deadline. I said, 23, I'm leaving the music industry. If I don't feel like I gained anything from it. And that's when I became a yoga teacher. Let's see, the documentary made me... Thanks for your comment, Brian. The documentary made me sick to my stomach. Yeah. It was a lot. Especially Capricorn Clark, what she had to say. Wow. But I remember watching that show. And it's funny because, certain things you always remember, right? And when I was 19, when I moved back to New York, I used to have these crazy roommates. I talk about them sometimes. There were a couple and they were horrible. They stole money from me. And the guy ended up apologizing to me later. And I was like, I want nothing to do with you. You're a broken soul. Completely broken. But anyways, so basically we're watching Making the Band because we used to have cable. And we're watching Making the Band, and it was that episode where he made he made one of the members walk to Brooklyn. So this is put this into perspective, right? At that time, I lived in Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. That's where I was born. And I lived there for a long time. So at that time, this is 2009, 2019. At that time, I lived close to where the Cheesecake Factory was, where they had to go get cheesecake for him. Apparently it was for Beyonce, that's what they said. And I worked in Manhattan, but I worked in Lower Manhattan. I worked in the Lower East Side. It used to take me an hour to get to work with a train. Imagine. So imagine walking. And they went to Midtown. They were from Midtown. So I'm like, I literally said that to my roommate and watching. He was like, do anything for the music. And I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth your integrity walking on a bridge when it's cold. Because it was in January. Hell no. I would never ever do that. And that's why I left the music industry. I would never ever put myself through that for anything or for anyone. You can make a good living without having to do crazy things for people like that. I have to check your channel, but have you ever done a 2026 prediction? Like what is happening in America, society, the world? I just stick to pop, honestly, because I don't like to get involved in politics. I feel like people get too crazy and emotional, and it's not for me. Yeah, Diddy is definitely a narcissist. I always thought that, but the documentary only confirmed it for me. I think he's beyond that. I think he's a sociopath. You live in a city, it's far, exactly. So I'm thinking, like, it takes me an hour, literally, my 19-year-old brain. I'm like, it takes me an hour to get to work, and I'm working on the east side. It probably took them about 3 hours walking there. So I can't imagine back. Did they have to do it back? But I just thought, oh my God, it probably took them 3 hours. I'm like, there's No way in hell I'm gonna do that. Absolutely not. So, and that Cheesecake Factory is on Fulton Avenue, isn't Miss J? It's on Fulton, right? I believe it's on Fulton by the Barclays Center. I haven't been there in a very long time. I went to Barclays Center, but I haven't been to that Cheesecake Factory in a while. Yeah, sociopath. Definitely. Definitely. Okay, so let's see what's next for him. His legal battles, all that stuff. I just had to get that venting out the way. But you know who I believe is worse? Jay-Z. And it's going to come out. But I've just done a 2026 prediction video about him, so stay tuned. It will be released very soon. I'm editing it actually right now. So let's see. What's next for him? Particularly just him. So I predicted this, and it's coming up again. I predicted Queen of Pentacles, Lovers, and Empress. He's going to protect his money and marry Karusha's her name? Karusha? Yeah, marry Karusha. I'm telling you, he's going to marry her. And he's going to make it like a thing. We're together. But a lot of it is about money. They're going to get married so that he could transfer the funds to her. Crazy. Cray. She might even. You see this picture? Wow. I forgot I had predicted that, but I strongly see that happening. I strongly see that happening. So let's see. What's next for his legal issues? Because he did. Oh my god. 50 Cent's crazy. I've always had a liking for 50 Cent. I don't know why. I haven't really heard, even though he's from New York, from Queens, I haven't really heard anything about him in the industry. Because when I started, he had kind of already left. So I haven't really heard anything. I've just heard like, I just saw some stuff about his baby's mother, who is one of Diddy's a mess, and she's still paying his rent. He's still paying her rent, excuse me. So let's see what's up for him for the legal issues, because he was caught taping his lawyer, which you are not supposed to do. So let's see what's up with his legal issues. They're going to, Mark Agnifilo is going to cut him as a lawyer. 9 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and Page of Wands. He's going to be like, He's going to get out of the contract that he has with him. Because I think he might be still representing him. He's going to file by April. That lawyer is going to file. You know, and I just remembered, Diddy had a lawyer that quit the case very quickly. A high-powered attorney. I'll show you. Oh, it's Flatbush and Decov. You're right. Because I remember I used to buy my hair extensions on Fulton. And I would take the 4-5 because I lived in Crown Heights. And I would take the 4-5 to Fulton Avenue. And I would walk past the Cheesecake Factory. So I always thought it was on Fulton. But you're right. It's on Flatbush and Decov. Thank you. Oh my God, I miss New York so much. Oh, sometimes I'm like, makes me so sad. You're so lucky. You know, the thing is, I think about moving back sometimes, but I can't do the cold and the rent. Sometimes I look at those pages, those real estate pages, and I'm like, I compare in Miami versus New York, and I'm like, what you get in New York compared to what you get in Miami, it's not even comparable. It's like, for what I pay, oh my gosh, I would be living in a box, like straight up 1,000 square foot. I mean, not say 1,000 square feet, but very small. I'd be living in a very small box. Okay. But I just have memories of like walking past and they have those lights, you know what I'm talking about, Miss J? There's the lights on DeKalb. Um, Actually, I was born on DeKalb Avenue. My parents used to live on DeKalb, and it goes all the way down. But anyway, just reminiscing. So I see him trying to file something with the bar. I said I was going to look up the lawyer that quit his case. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to show it to you. You live in Washington Heights? Ah, I used to live in Washington Heights. I used to live on 177 in Haven. You don't have to tell me where you live because that is private information. But I used to live on 177 and Haven, like right on the corner. And the George Washington Bridge was like right there. I used to go running up and down the stairs watching. Well, my sister lived there. When I first moved back, I lived with her. Okay, so let me show you this. Okay, so Diddy's lawyer, who quit the high-profile sex trafficking case in 2025, was Anthony Rico, a prominent defense attorney known for representing difficult clients, who filed to withdraw, stating he under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel. So I feel like this lawyer, this Anthony Rico, found out Diddy was taping him and then withdrew because it happened up until the last minute. February 2025. I really, really believe that. And I think Mark Agnifilo is going to do the same thing. I see that with the Nine of Wands. He's going to say that he was fooled by Diddy. He's going to say, wow, under no circumstances. I never saw that. I really think that that's why he withdrew. Let me know what you guys think, why you think he withdrew. But that's really what I think he thought, why he withdrew. Because of that. Because under no circumstances, when you're known for dealing with difficult clients, the only thing I can think of is that you know you're being taped. And you know, they did say Diddy blackmailed people. So maybe he was threatening to release something about him. What a monster. What a monster. Terrible. Absolutely awful human being. So Rico stated that he could no longer ethically or effectively represent Combs. So let's see what he's going to do to those, because we all know he's very vengeful. What is he going to try intuitively do to those who spoke out against him in the documentary? Let's see. So Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups, and Ten of Wands. Seven of Cups is the flowers. You see that? And I'm just remembering the flowers that he sent 50. He's going to kind of schmooze them and threaten them in a nice way. Seven of Cups, he's actually thinking about like, how can I get each one? He's gone. He has this thing of being obsessed with people's faults. He has this thing where he's obsessed with people's weaknesses. This is what I got very deeply right now. He wants other people's weaknesses amplified as much as he feels like his own ones are. That's really messed up. You know, a lot of people say that money is the root of evil. I don't believe that. I think insecurity is. And just how Janice Combs seems his mother, which I kind of think his mother had something to do with his dad dying. Just saying. Um, just how he is, she was with him. She doesn't seem like she instilled any kind of affirmations, which is something about the black community we need to look at. A lot of black mothers will be very hard on their children, and so hard that they forget that they're loved and affirmed. And the tough love approach is outdated. It's really outdated. It seems that everyone that deals with Diddy gets caught in chaos. Yeah, 100%. Wow. I really think that lawyer, I'm thinking about it because I totally forgot about that lawyer. I'm just remembering. This Agnafilo, I see him filing for something like this. That's what made me think about why would he withdraw? A lot of lawyers, I think lawyers are necessary, and I don't ever judge a lawyer because I have lawyers that I'm close with, that are friends. I never judge a lawyer for why they're taking on a case. I never do. Just because everyone needs a lawyer. Sometimes you have to take on bad jobs, bad this, just to pay the bills. You really just do, unfortunately. And as long as you know that they didn't do it, it's different. Or if you believe they didn't do it, it's different. If you know and then you still represent them, that's a different story. But I'm never going to be judgmental to a lawyer for representing somebody like Diddy. I'm just not. Being a thug about it is different. But yeah, absolutely. Very much so. The tough love method in the black community needs to go. Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's a lot that this is highlighted about the black community that we need to talk about. And it happens in every community, but it's amplified in communities of color because as people that feel like victims, sometimes, and people will say, "Oh, you need to bully your child so they don't get bullied." That makes absolutely no sense. You need to be your child's support system. Yes, have boundaries, but instill love in them. I don't think Diddy had love instilled in him. A lot of fear, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. And I think he used that guilt and shame against others by blackmailing them and making them feel bad about themselves. And that's what I just saw. That the message I just got was, I want other people to feel as insecure as I do. And that's what creates people like this. It's very sad. I think insecurity is the number one, let me not say like sin, but the number one reason why people do a lot of bad things. A lot of bad things. So. Disgusting, yeah. Yeah. But in a way, after telling people, I remember I told you guys about the hotel I used to work at. And the security guard told me he saw Diddy dragging Cassie. I was like, oh my God. But terrible. I always believed Cassie, and I would tell people she looks sad, and they're like, she has so much money, she should not be sad. And I'm like, do you understand? Money just only can do so much. Money cannot take away a situation like this. In fact, people don't know. Some people really don't know. Yes, pride. I think that pride and ego comes from insecurity, though. Not being told or believing you're worthy. It creates a fake facade, Like, for example, Diddy, right? You can tell he wasn't told he's worthy. In other words, I think, especially like I say, a lot of black mothers, they're like, oh, you're just supposed to know I love you, But you have to tell your child you love them and mean it and show it, not through force, not through tough love, but by really being there for them and not holding what you've done for them as a form of love. Materials do not equal love. And you can see how it created this monster in him because he really feels like materials equals love. And then when you're told materials equals love, you want more, you want more, you want more, and it's never enough because it's not what you're missing. You're not missing materials. You're missing the part of you that connects to your true self. I can only imagine what happened to him when he was a kid, but you cannot recreate pain on others because you're suffering, which unfortunately are the people that do it the most. But that's another story for another day. But I strongly believe that Diddy's going to have to find. Let's see who's going to represent him now, because that guy's gone. That Mark guy's gone. In fact, he's gonna be dropped by 3 lawyers. I see 3. They're gonna file a motion. So him manipulating people was a way to feed his ego because he's so insecure. Yes. I don't know. Have you ever you've been in a room, right? Somebody else walks in a room that is prettier than you, has more money, has more confidence. How do you respond to that? Most people are intimidated by that. And how do we deal with that intimidation? That's based on insecurity. People like Diddy, they want to bring them down. They want to show that person's not perfect. I'll show you. I'll show you that they're not perfect. I have a video of them being imperfect. That's what I mean about insecurity. We've all had it, no matter what anybody says. We have all felt insecure at some point in our lives. It's what we do with that insecurity that matters. If we look at ourselves and think, okay, I need to heal this. In fact, I remember a long time ago, I was in yoga, right? Because I still practice yoga. I don't do it at a studio. I do it at home now, home practice. But I used to do Bikram yoga. And one time, the teacher was showing this back bend from another student. And everybody knew me for my back bends. And a part of me got so insecure. I was like, oh my gosh. That insecurity made me jealous. And I had to look at myself because I had like this burning rage inside of me that I was like, why is she so perfect? And then I had to think to myself, Holly, that is an unhealed version of you that you need to let go of because it's going to ruin your life. It's going to ruin your life if you constantly look at other people like, why do they have that and I don't have it? So until we address our own insecurities, it will bring out more. It will. So 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Tower. His life is is about to get way worse. Way worse. He's going to have difficulty finding representation. Oh my gosh. The Wheel, Page of Pentacles. He's done. Diddy is done. Done, done, done. It's over for him. So, yeah. I mean, it's only a matter of time. And you know what's crazy? You know what started all of this? Cassie's lawsuit. I feel that too. It is. He's done. I see 25 years. 25 years. He's going to get 25 years for something. I see that. They're going to bring more charges by April. And he's going to get 25 more years. Something to do with SA of someone. And they're going to do RICO again. No one wants to work representing. I'm sure. I'm sure it's gonna get worse, especially after this 50 thing. But a lot of people he has things on, you know. So I mean, people say what they want about 50 Cent. None of us are perfect, but I applaud him for doing this documentary because more charges are coming. And I think they also showed the jurors to show, which I did a video about it last year, and I said the jurors have already been corrupted. But it's going to be different, and I really think the feds messed the case up on purpose. And we're going to find out why. There's going to be an investigation. Again, October, there's going to be an investigation. And it's not going to be pretty. They're gonna find out that Diddy was paying people. You know how he got the key to the city? That's why I don't want to go back to New York. I'm just like, it's so corrupt. Oh, I think about it. I'm like, the corruption in New York is crazy. Everyone's corrupt. Not like average people, but people that are running it are so corrupt. Here too, you know, everywhere. But that's like so bad. You see it. I felt that way too. You felt which way? That he's going to get more time? I see 25 years. That's what I see very strongly. And it could change, you know, it is fluid time. But I was accurate. Go back and watch my Diddy videos. I mean, I'm almost 100% accurate about everything. I said he was going to get arrested September. I said he was going to get, I saw the number 4. So I said either 4 months or 4 years when he was sentenced. And now I see 25 years. And I see him disappearing. After he marries Carisha, he's going to disappear. He's going to do a deal with her to get out of jail. So, I was even accurate about him trying to run away. They caught him at the Miami International trying to run away. But he's going to disappear after he marries Carisha because he's going to transfer money through her and run away. Crazy. So that's what I have for you guys. But this has been so fun. I'm going to eat and then sleep. But this has been a lot of fun. I'm so grateful for all of you, every single one. Please stay tuned for next Thursday. I'm not going to do a live. I'm just going to record more videos. Oh, thank you, Miss J. I appreciate you. I might go live again. We'll see if I have time on Thursday. But I'm going to do more videos. Follow my Instagram I do like other videos too. Like I do I do tarot for your element per month. I'm trying to do 2 a month. We'll see how that goes. I'll be feeling better. I am. Thank you so much. It was bad last week, yo. It started on Sunday. And I got caught in the rain. My hair got wet. And I was like, I'll be fine. I felt the headache coming. And then I just couldn't get out of bed. I would get up, shower, and then I was like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. So thankfully, I have great bosses that understand. Because I was out for from Sunday to Friday. Completely just out. Thank you. Had a great time as well. Oh, thank you so much. So I'll see you guys very soon. I'm editing the video right now. 5 people. I'm doing Aaron Taylor Johnson, Johnny Depp, Rihanna, Jay-Z, and Ariana Madix. And then I'm going to do 5 more on Thursday. I might do a live. We'll see. Who would you guys like me to do a live on if you want that? If you would like that. Yeah, because I probably will do a live on Thursday. But we'll see. I know that I'm going to do another video. But I'm not sure about live. But if you guys want to request one, let me know. Feel free to write it. If you're watching replay, feel free to let me know too. I might do couples prediction. Because I haven't done one in a while. It's been like 2 weeks. But yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. I'm really grateful for you all. Stay tuned for the video. Also, if you remember, I do commercial-free versions of all the videos I put out, except for lives, because I can't do that. So yeah, I love you all. Thank you everybody for watching. Please take care of yourselves.